Hi guys, welcome back to the Cloth Diaper Podcast. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of the Cloth Diaper community to me. And to me, the Cloth Diaper community is really, really important. And I think part of the reason that the Cloth Diaper community is important to me is because I really found my tribe of women. I found a group of women who they mean the world to me. And if you're one of those women who happens to watch my YouTube channel, I'm not really sure if any of you do, because a lot of us are out of diapers, then you know who you are. And yeah, you guys have been really special and really important to me over the last 3 years. So I found my community originally on the What to Expect app. And this is a forum and people ask questions. It's still alive. It still exists today. But I don't really participate in the forum very much anymore. Sometimes I pop in just because I find it difficult to manage so many different social media platforms that you can only give yourself so much and everywhere. And I have my people and we're all on Facebook now and we have our Facebook group. Finding that was really important because motherhood to me was very isolating and I needed to find other like mamas. But even though we're not all the same, they all offer, I think the reason that we survive today is that they all have this respect for differences in parenting, and we all bring something different to the table and we all do it in a way that is respectful of the variety of ways in which people do. And I do participate in other cloth diaper communities around the web, but that's my tribe. And that's why I think cloth diaper community is important, is because it can help you find your tribe. And it's probably one of the reasons that I really struggle with Fluff Love, is because I see it being, Fluff Love is this giant group, and giant groups are not welcoming, safe places. They're just not. And if you're looking for cloth community, I think you need to find a small, safe space, because the giant groups are overwhelming and they're not really a space where you can connect and build and learn and grow both in your cloth diapering journey and in your motherhood journey, because cloth diapering does impact parts of our motherhood life. And not all cloth diaper communities are going to be on Facebook. We have cloth diaper communities on Reddit. We have cloth diaper communities on Twitter, or maybe. We have cloth diaper communities on YouTube. We have cloth diaper communities on Instagram. There are cloth diaper communities in all sorts of other forums and chat groups too. The cloth diaper community was important to me because it was about finding purpose. It was about finding other women like me, and it was about having someone to talk to at 2 a.m. when I was breastfeeding a 6-week-old baby. And it's about having people who have been with me and can help me with this 3.5-year-old stage. And it's about having different experiences and different inputs. And that's the beauty, I think, of finding a group of people who respect. But there is a lot of challenge right now in the cloth diaper community. To be honest, I really struggle with the 2019 cloth diaper community. I feel there is a lot of, it doesn't really feel like a super safe space a lot of the times, especially on Facebook, because groups have come out to share screenshots and to mock women, and that's not what the cloth community is about. It's not. And to some extent, I have participated in that. I'm not perfect. I have made mistakes and I have grown and learned from them. But that's not what cloth is about. That's not what motherhood is about. It's not about shaming other women. It's about respecting women for the choices that they make and bringing to the table your experience and advice, and knowing that your experiences and advice aren't right for everybody, and might not even be right for you in 3 weeks, is the maturity and wisdom and growth that you need. So cloth community is still important to me, and it's still something I constantly recommend. But when I talk about you finding your cloth diaper community, I want you to know that you need to find small, safe spaces and reach out to women and reach out and be active in smaller spaces and build those little networks and tribes. That does mean like reaching out to brands and retailers and bloggers and vloggers. Some of us have our own cloth diaper communities. That you can do that in other places too, and you can do it on Instagram, and I engage with a lot of cloth diaper moms on Instagram, and sometimes that kind of one-to-one relationship is important. But at the end of the day, like, I do this all because of mental health, but it's a balance, and it's hard because the cloth community is largely online, and the more we learn, the more we come forward. We also learned that online communities are really damaging to our mental health, and they can really make us feel like a piece of crap at the end of the day, and they can really drag us down. And yeah, sometimes you just need to disconnect, and it's freaking hard, guys. It's unbelievably hard because on one hand, my husband, he works away from home, and so it is just me solo parenting for 24, 36, 48 hours at a time. He comes home, he sleeps, he goes to work again, and we repeat. So sometimes I never see him. I don't have any other adults to talk to, and it's minus 25 this week that I'm filming this, and so leaving the house with 2 kids is hard. Everybody else's kids are sick, so I do resort to online, and that's where I find my community. And I think it's really important for some women, but it's also not important for other women. So for me, Cloth Diaper Community was about me as a mom, about me learning. I don't have family here in town. I have extended family, but they're not super close to me, so it's not like I can go hang out with my sister and learn about parenting. It's easy to get sucked into those negative vortexes, both in the cloth community and the general mom community. And if that happens and you see yourself in a group like that, or you see yourself with other women, it takes a lot of strength to walk away. But it is so important for your overall mental health to walk away. And it can be fun to be in those types of spaces where you are critical and you feel like, yes, I finally found people who think like me. But it's not healthy. And it's important to leave those spaces and find spaces where people talk about the positives and they don't talk about the negatives. Like, there's no reason why you need to be in a space where you're talking down on things all the time when you could be talking up on things. And this sounds like super motivational, and which is weird because literally this past weekend I was struggling with suicidal ideations all weekend. I struggle with mental health. Like, I know this firsthand, and I'm like, oh, Bailey, you just had like this positive pep talk. Like, who was that? That wasn't Bailey 3 days ago. But if you find yourself in those communities, you gotta leave. You gotta leave because it's important to how you interact in real life. And it's not beneficial to the cloth diaper community to be constantly tearing people down. But we can learn, we can grow, and we can change. And I think we forget about that too a lot in the mom space and in the mom community, is that who I was 6 months ago is not the same person I am today. And we often judge people on their actions 6 months ago as a reflection of who they are today, but it's not. And we all grow and we all change, and it's hard to accept that, and it's hard to understand that, but we need to give that space to allow that to happen. I don't think I didn't look for the cloth community to find support in my journey of cloth diapering. I found it more to support myself in my journey of motherhood and mental health and having friends. I'm an introvert at heart, but I'm very extroverted in that I really need social companionship to thrive. Like, going out and doing things scares the bejeebers out of me. I have so much anxiety about it. But my best days are days in which I have company coming through the door constantly. My best days are when I have engaging conversations with other people. My best days are when I'm being super social. And my worst days are when I've never talked to anybody. So that's why the cloth diaper community is important to me. I do see the cloth diaper community being really important for people who have naysayers in their life, to know and remember that there are other people cloth diapering, and there are other people living different lifestyles, and that's okay, and you're the first trendsetter in your area. And it can be hard to feel like that when there's a lot of people saying, oh, that's gross, disgusting, and pounding down on you. Like, that's why you need cloth diaper community. If you're looking for your cloth diaper community, I usually have a couple pieces of advice. Is one, find a brand or retailer group. And remember that brand and retailer groups are brand spaces and they're run by brands and retailers, and there is economic motive there. But these can usually be smaller groups. They can usually be safer spaces because they are more moderated, and they can usually be really great spaces. So the Nuggles chat group or the Lagoon Baby chat group, for example, or wherever else you normally buy your cloth diapers from. Like, these are great spaces to be in because these are people who are using the products you're using, but they're also so they're using the products that you're using so they can offer support on that. And that's really encouraging. And a lot of the times they'll use NCDR to talk about not cloth diaper related things. The second space that you can find are just general cloth diaper groups. Some of them are run by bloggers or vloggers like myself. And sometimes, yeah, there is financial motivation there because running a group takes a lot of work. And there is nothing wrong with a woman who has a hustle to get paid to do advertising and sponsorships in her group. Yes, I am talking all about Cloth Diaper Chat and Jen, and I think what she does is amazing, and her group is amazing, and it's a bigger group, yes, but it's a great space for learning, growing, and meeting friends, building connections, and all of that And yeah, she gets paid by brands to support brands in that space. There's nothing wrong with that hustle. There's nothing wrong with a woman saying, you know what, my time is worth money, because your time is worth money. So there's that group, and then there's also local and regional groups. So we have a local cloth diaper chat group, and we also have a regional cloth diaper chat group and Canadian cloth diaper chat groups. And these are other great spaces for cloth diaper wash routine advice, for cloth diaper advice in general. And look for them. You might not even ask in a regular mom group, hey, is there a cloth diaper? You could create one yourself and create that small tribe of people who are in it just like you. And then just show up. And you can also engage on Instagram. You can engage in Reddit. If you're not on Facebook, that's fine. There's other places to have cloth community, and just keep showing up, keep talking. Eventually you'll find your tribe. And the first couple months, yeah, all we did was talk about cloth diapering, and then eventually we became friends, and now we have a small group, and I wouldn't be here without them. They are definitely some amazing women, and we've had our struggle, and if you're struggling in a cloth diaper group right now, oh yeah, I know how that feels. I've had my world blown up a few times, and it has been the saddest thing ever. And I've written about it on my blog too. And when your village falls apart, when your village is burning, it really sucks. But it's really important to find that village. You won't regret it. The cloth diaper community is important. Just try to stay positive and try to leave the yuck behind. It's not about yuck. It's not about shaming people. And I know it's so easy to get into that. But if you don't want to be judged and shamed, then you gotta stop doing it to other people. And it's a hard lesson to learn.